Hey Rob, so it's Sean. I hope you can see me okay. First I want to give you a general walkthrough of the whole scene. You should probably watch this first before going through the internal affairs and deep cover clips. This is the office area where the gunfight is going to take place. The rehearsal hall is that way. The lobby is just down there. I'm going to send you clips for the upper office area and hopefully for the lobby, although I don't think I got anything too great before the theater company came in. So here's my thought. Here's just the general area here. Let's close it. When the internal affairs guy comes in, this door is going to be removed. So that door right there is also going to be removed for the purposes of creating some archway space. When the internal affairs guy comes in, he's going to see Chapter over there coming in from another entrance. So they're going to acknowledge each other, and we'll be able to get a nice depth of field here, we will then repeat. Then Hawkins actually sees this door, goes there. We get some nice suspense. We can do some nice sound design, and when he opens the door, we then have this area, which I think could be really good for us. This is with the fluorescence. Obviously, we can play more with the lighting. We'll have to put some lighting in here as well. Sorry, this is a Chapter. This is Chapter's side of it. Hawkins is on the other side. Here are a few things. There's going to be a gunfight up and down this hallway, and my thought is, in this room, there's going to be a minion, a guy with a Tychem suit and a gas mask. Pay attention to that panel right there, because we're going to use that for hand-to-hand combat. There's no one in here, although we do see a conversation between two people here that then leaves from the lobby through that window, which is going to look really good. There is, in this room right here, is going to be a mattress with a girl named Kimberly who's all tweaked out and fucked up here, okay? And then in this room, which the light went out, sorry, there's going to be another bed as well, but pay attention to the closet, because the closet's going to be used. And then this, of course, is the rehearsal hall, and those are the bombs that I'm building. Okay, so let's do a quick walkthrough. Now, I want to point out a couple of things. Right behind me, right here, sorry about the light flare up, you see that corner, that alcove? We can preset someone with a paintball gun with chalk dust pellets pointing that way, so we can have, during the gunfight, we can have the dust fly in that direction as well. We can also have the actor that's going to be playing a tweaker, who's going to be lying on this thing here, who later on ends up running down there. He can also be preset here to fire paintball up in this direction. So during the gunfight, when a militia member comes out and opens fire, and Chapter returns fire, Chapter's impacts can actually register there with all that dark. And I'm thinking that if we have a light there that then shuts off because of Chapter's impacts, that helps us. And if it's dark, we won't have to cheat bullet holes. What we can do is we can preset bullet holes here, okay? Because when this guy walks in, he's not looking over there. So we can actually preset bullet holes there to basically mark the impacts, okay? So bottom line is the way that this is going to work is Chapter creeps along, then someone comes out, walks this way. Okay, this is the person. Hawkins, who's come in from the opposite side, Hawkins has come in from there, opens this door, and then quickly finds the girl and tries to attend to her. Then Chapter warns him about the approaching guy, okay? Then Hawkins tries to arrest him, but this guy's tougher than we think. He struggles, then the girl gets up and fucking attacks him, which is crazy, which I think is gonna be great. And then you've got a guy comes out here and starts firing. This guy here ends up sneaking in to here, and he's got a weapon of his own. So Chapter gets into a firefight. He's over there by that door. He's firing, and we're not going to see that though. We're only going to see it from the camera's point of view. And this guy's firing, and this guy's firing. Now Chapter is able to basically drive this guy off. He disappears, and then what Chapter does is Chapter crosses very quickly from here into this lane and takes the guy down, which I think is going to be really great. Okay. Meanwhile, Hawkins, at the very same moment, is getting into this crazy battle with this crazy bitch who's right in his face. And then what he does is he pushes her, boom, through this baseboard, which I think we can, you know, make this stronger, but boom, and the baseboard pushes out. So that gives us, and Chapter's actually going to see that through that door. You see that door right there? Chapter's actually going to see the ass end of that, which is going to be really good. Then they meet, and they move down the hallway, and this is where they sweep in, and they kick open this door, and this is where they enter the big room. And this is where you actually have the closest thing to a dialogue scene between them as they're basically moving around, which I think is really cool. And there are toxic fumes here and everything else. Then they hear a noise, or maybe a bit of gunfire, and there's a runner. And a guy takes off from this room and runs down this hallway. Now, Chapter is going to go down this hallway. Hawkins is going to go and parallel to try to cut him off. So Chapter's literally going to run straight here, and here is where Hawkins, boom, cuts the guy out. Now we got to time that, okay? Now the way I look at it is the tweaker doper can be stumbling, and because he's obviously a tweaker doper and not dressed in like, you know, gas mask gear and stuff like that, he looks less threatening. He looks more like someone they can lean on. So Hawkins, what Hawkins is going to do is Hawkins breaks this way, rushes, okay, he spots him there, and gotcha, motherfucker, boom. Then he turns around and Chapter's there, and they've got kind of a nice rapport, and then all of a sudden he looks, oh shit, there's someone right there, get out of the way, boom. Crashes. Now check out this bad boy. This could also be an edit point. Look at this. You see this shot? Look at this. Over here, you've got the guy, right? Over here, you've got Chapter. Chapter raises his shotgun and fires at the wall, and we can have a guy preset behind there with dust and everything else. Pow! Puts it on the guy, and the guy falls. Then Chapter comes out, and then Hawkins fires because the girl comes rushing out of Chapter. He fires from his handgun and nails her right there. And then Chapter turns around, okay, and then they have their moment.